Welcome back. It's late in the day for my first video of the day. I'm aware of that, but this one started at 9:30 Pacific. I wanted to get a pre-recorded video done for when I'm on vacation before I started up this morning, so that was what I got done instead. I have 3 videos done for when we're on holiday. My plan is to have 30 that are basically ready to go live on the channel while we're on vacation. I can't wait to see how many of them are not applicable by the time they go live, but hey, these things happen. All right, so we're going to start things off talking about Tampa Bay and Buffalo. And I'm just going to say, I thought Buffalo played a really good game. Just Tampa Bay, they're on a 5-game heater right now. So it's Johansson versus Luukkonen. And of course, Johansson was a Buffalo Sabres prospect at one point. Stamkos fires one high in a rush. The Bolts press. They're kept to the outside. Krebs Pozo, there's a near miss there. The fans call one. The referee doesn't. We get a post for Peterka. The shots on net are only one apiece 5 minutes in. Very few whistles. Mott has a rush chance that deflects out. And then at 6:14, it's Nick Paul on a one-timer from the right circle, scoring from Hagel and Cirelli. That was only the second shot on net, although they removed a shot from the shots later, so that technically qualifies as the first shot, continuing what we saw last night. So we get a power play for Buffalo. Benson has a shot that's held, and then on a breakaway, Mott steals it and scores at 7:06. We then see Quinn to Peterka with a near miss. And yeah, that's where I noticed the Chiron took a shot away from the Bolts. So 2 goals on their first 2 shots. Tampa Bay then finishes the kill. The Bolts press with 9 minutes left. Paul has a turnover chance that's held. Point has a shot that's blockered aside. Crozier has a blast that's saved. The Bolts press. Middlestad has a net feed that's held. Hedman has a shot that's tipped wide as Tampa Bay presses for some more. And honestly, for a team that only had 5 shots in the first period, I thought Tampa Bay did quite well in that first period. I didn't think the shots told the story. Second period, good early back and forth. Tampa Bay presses, Buffalo blocks. Yoki Haru has a shot that's held. The rebound's cleared. The Bolts are leading in shots 3-2, 4.5 minutes in. Thompson beats out an icing. We then get a post for Cirelli. Tampa Bay draws a power play. Sherry has a goal that's blocked by Power. Cleared out. It's killed off. Shots are 5-3 Tampa with 9 minutes left. Peterka fires one high. Sabres press with 7.5 minutes left. Peterka to Samuelson near miss, and then Cousins on a nice pass from Peterka from behind the net. He scores at 13:52 to get Buffalo on the board. Dahlin with the other assist. So nice play there. Buffalo's on the board. The Bolts press. They're kept away from the net. Thompson has a rush that's defended. 3:42 left. Tampa Bay gets a power play. There's an early clear. Tampa Bay then sets up. They cycle. Point gets denied and close. It's cleared out. It's killed off. And the Sabres clear after. So after the second period is 2-1 for Tampa. And I thought Buffalo had a better second period than first. And yet the shots favored Tampa. So in this game, the shots don't mean a lot until the third, where Tampa Bay just wasn't having any of it. So Tuck gets denied on a fast break. The shots are 2-0 Sabres at 2.5 minutes. And one of those shots came off the board too, so shots are a little unreliable in this one. Fans call one, the referee doesn't. Johansson, honestly, really, really good today. There's a near miss for Hagel, the Bolts press. Benson to Gergensons gets picked off. Middlestad has a shot that's held. Not very many rebounds given up by Johansson today. Thompson has a net feed that's picked off. Stamkos has a one-timer that's saved. The shots are 6-1 for Buffalo at the half. Tuck then has a rush chance that's defended. And both teams are preventing high danger chances. Both teams defending really, really well in this one. 8:04 left. The Sabres with a power play. The Bolts keep it along the boards. And then we end up with 1 minute and 18 seconds of 4-on-4 after Johansson holds on to the puck. The fans disagree, so the referee sucks. Sabres press during the 4-on-4. Peterka has a shot that's held. Clifton fires one wide on a rush. Everything's killed off there. Kucherov to Stamkos near miss. The Bolts play keep away with the puck because they know Buffalo's trying to pull the goalie in and get that 6th attacker, so you might as well play some keep away late. Goalie pull happens with 1:40 left. There's an empty net miss for Hagel, and then DeHaan does hit the empty net right after at 18:44. Hagel and Paul with the assists. Buffalo would pull the goalie again. They don't get any closer. Your final score is 3-1. Tampa Bay with their 5th straight win. They're 24-17-5. Buffalo had back-to-back shutouts coming into this game. But they lose 3-1. They're 20-22-4. But again, I thought Buffalo played well. Shots on net, 7-5 Buffalo in the first, 9-6 Tampa in the second, 15-2 Buffalo in the third period. So yeah, Tampa Bay only had the 2 shots. I apologize. Shots are 28-16 for Buffalo. Not a lot of sleep this week, I would imagine, because I've got to pre-record videos for one of my holidays. So I will apologize for the misspeaking now. It's going to happen. Power plays 0 for 3 for Tampa, 0 for 2 for Buffalo. Hits 16-15 Tampa Bay. Johansson was fantastic. 27 saves on 28 shots. I'll also apologize for every time I said Johansson. And Luukkonen saves 13 out of 15 at the other end. He allowed the first 2 shots into the net, but after that he was perfect. So for Buffalo, there's some good things to take from this one. I think they were 3-3 on the homestand. We'll see how things go for Buffalo from here. All right. Now, other game. Don't mess this one up. Colorado in against the Philadelphia Flyers. You'll notice the 80s magnet is up there because this was definitely an 80s game, 10 goals or higher and all that. Georgiev versus Hart, early jump for the Flyers. Cates has a screenshot that's saved. Good forechecking by the Avs. Farabee has a net feed picked off. The shots are 5-1 Flyers at 4.5 minutes. Power play for Philly. Couturier and Tippett have chances that are saved. It's cleared out. It's killed off. Those chances early for Philly, those were the only ones they had on that power play. The Avs rush after it's done. Malinsky has a one-timer that deflects out. Shots are 6-1 for the Flyers at 7.5 minutes. Konechny to Couturier gets picked off. The teams exchange turnovers. The Avs press are kept to the outside until a point shot's deflected in by Logan O'Connor. Had a good day today. Colton and Malinsky with the assists at 9:58. And that was only the second shot on net, so we were that close to another first shot goal in this one. It was reviewed for kicking, but it counts. No kick. Yeah, his skate was off the ice, but you can deflect it in, you just can't kick it in. I know, it's one of those weird things in hockey. Farabee with a near miss on a 2-on-1 right after. Tippett fans on a one-timer. The Flyers go to the power play. Frost has a shot that's held. Power play's killed off. Not great. And a bad omen for the power play that was to come for Philly today. Fans call one. The referee doesn't. Flyers press with 4.5 minutes left. McKinnon steals one. Sets up a press. 3.5 minutes left. The Avs get a power play. There's an early clear by the Flyers. McKinnon to Rantanen gets blocked. There's a shorthanded 2-on-1 that's defended. And then right after the kill's done, Rantanen scores from McKinnon and Colton at 18:36. It was like 6 seconds after that power play is done. Flyers press to close it out, but they're having some issues with accuracy when it comes to hitting the net at that point in the game. But yeah, it's 2-0 Colorado after the first. Second period. 43 seconds in, as he gets onto the ice, McKinnon scores a goal. He scores from Wood and Manson. He buries that one on a fast break. You've got to watch when McKinnon's jumping on the ice. Taves has a shot that's caught and held, so it looks like, Colorado's up 3-0. They might run away with it, but Philly fights their way back. Farabee tips one from in close from Frost and Atkinson at 1:49. The Avs then press for a response. Hathaway has a rush chance. That's tipped wide. Farabee to Konechny. There's another near miss there. Teams exchange rushes. Walker has a shot that saved. The rebound's held. Zamula with a shot that saved. The rebound's cleared. Shots are 5-4 for Colorado at 7.5 minutes. At 8:14, a tip in on a nice pass that goes right over Carter Hart's shoulder. O'Connor with his second of the game scores from Wood and Colton. That line was very good today. We then get a power play for the Flyers. They really need a goal. However, there's an early clear. There's another clear. The Flyers cycle late, but that's killed off. There wasn't any momentum really out of that. There's some pressure after. But at 12:23, they're not discouraged. They score. They get themselves a little closer. It's Konechny, bar down from the high slot, Tippett and Paling with the assist. So the Flyers do get a goal to get themselves a little bit closer. Flyers look for another, but the Avs would get some pressure. And McKinnon, again, just as he hits the ice after a turnover, Manson with the assist at 17:05. And so McKinnon, 2 goals in probably 10 seconds of ice time, I would think, combined. But yeah, just you have to know when to jump on the ice. There was a partial screen on that one too. The Flyers look to answer, but after 2 periods, it's 5-2 Colorado. But again, the Flyers don't give up. Third period. Erson's in the net because you might as well give Hart the rest of the game off. Sanheim has a shot that's held. The Flyers really needed an early one in this. Tippett gets dinged up, skates off after an awkward fall. He stayed on the bench for a bit. He exited. He did not return to the game. So hopefully Tippett's okay. Losing the game's one thing, but Tippett, with the way he's been playing, they cannot afford to lose Owen Tippett. Cates has a shot that's saved as the Flyers press. There's a post for Cam York. Momentum for Philly, and then they score. Forrester scores at 5:26 from Frost and Atkinson. Wires that one from the left circle. Drouin fires one high on a net drive. And then at 8 minutes and 11 seconds, the Flyers make it a 1-goal game. It's Atkinson from Ristolainen and Cates. So that momentum now behind Philly, and Flyers would press to tie it 9.5 minutes in. Sanheim has a shot that deflects wide, and then with 8:26 left, the Avs get a power play. Now, there were things that had been let go during that play. However, what they called was one that might have prevented a scoring chance for the Avs. So anyways, we get things getting kind of pushy on an Ersson hold, and then buried from the goal line, Rantanen with a power play marker at 12:23 from Makar and McKinnon. So Makar hits 300 points. It's the week where everybody's hitting the even numbers: 800, 900, 500, 400, and in this case 300. But again, Tippett's still out, does not return. Sanheim has a shot that's blocked with 52.9 seconds left and already at the 6-on-5. There's a timeout called by the Flyers. In the end, doesn't matter. At 19:39, McKinnon, who was looking for a hat trick himself, ends up being unselfish on the play, gives it to Logan O'Connor. He gets his first career hat trick on the play. O'Connor from McKinnon and Taves at 19:39. Colorado wins this one 7-4. They go to 30, 14-3 with the win. The Flyers 25, 15-6 with the loss. Shots on net: 12-5 Philly in the first, 11-10 Philly in the second, 15-9 Philly in the third. Final shots 38-24 for the Flyers. Power plays: Colorado 1 for 2, Philadelphia 0 for 3. The hits 16-14 for Colorado. Georgiev saved 34 out of 38. He was good when he had to be. Hart saved 10 out of 15, and then Ersson saved 7 out of 8 in relief. So tough loss for the Flyers, but it is Colorado. They are one of the better teams in the league, and there you go. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you've not done so already. There's a board behind this one, which has news of the day stuff on it. I do intend to do that between the second and third period of the games that are currently being played this afternoon on Hockey Day in Canada, thus the Canada hat. Thanks again for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.